There are 6 male personality types according to the socio-sexual hierarchy, which can often be surprisingly accurate. This video is a test. It reveals whether you or someone you know is a Sigma male. We're going to reveal 10 Sigma male characteristics. If you have 3 or less, Sigma is probably not your dominant personality archetype, but you do have a little bit Sigma in you. If you're between 4 and 6, you're at least 50% Sigma, and Sigma could be your dominant personality. Between 7 and 8, you're definitely Sigma, and you have a little bit of another personality in you. 9 or 10, you're a Sigma by the book. Welcome to Thinker Guru, where we focus on the psychology of personality. Be sure to like and subscribe so you can be notified whenever we release new content. Number 1. First and foremost, you go against the herd. In fact, you ignore the herd completely and make your own path. This is because you deliberately teach yourself that societal norms are there to be broken, so you place no value at all on external validation, and instead all your decisions come from within, and all your actions align with your goals regardless of what anyone thinks. For example, you may find that the vast majority of male college dropouts are the Sigma personality types, and you will frequently hear things like, "I just didn't feel it was the right thing for me," or "There was just too much expectation from everyone, and I wasn't even sure that's what I wanted." Number 2. You give up companionship in order to achieve your goals. This doesn't come from an antisocial mentality or introvertism, but the fact that you're super aware that companionship comes with responsibilities, which might slow you down. The way you think about it is, having a fulfilling relationship can make you satisfied with your life enough that you don't strive to achieve great things. But if you're alone, all your energy will be focused on yourself. This is a priceless piece of information if your partner thinks you have commitment issues. By the end of this video, if you determine that you're a Sigma male, chances are they're not really commitment issues. It's the fact that you're scared she might weigh you down, and this is actually a sign that you truly care about her and you're starting to see her as a part of your future. Think about it. It's cheaper and more efficient to travel alone, to live alone. You value your own time and resources above anything else, and getting into a relationship means giving up a massive portion of this time and resources. So, what to do about it? Number 3. You need space. Give them space. Sigma males are born to be free, so whether it's a friendship or a relationship, don't make them feel confined. It might take time, but if you convince a Sigma male that your relationship is adding to them rather than taking from him, they're the most loyal and devout personality archetype. Unlike the alpha male, who might seek continuous validation by being with multiple partners, or beta males, who are likely to have numerous short-term relationships due to indecisiveness, Sigma males are characterized by being in 2 or 3 very serious relationships through their entire lifetime. You have a meticulous, almost scientific approach to choosing a life partner. Before we continue, you need to know something important. Because Alpha and Sigma males occupy a similar spot in the socio-sexual hierarchy, many guys are driven to believe they're Alpha because of the way people treat them. And in fact, most men have traits from multiple personality archetypes. But if you feel like you're majorly Sigma, you need to occupy a role in which you would thrive as a Sigma. For example, a managerial role wouldn't be as good as something in creative design. You're the guy behind the curtains, who runs everything well away from the spotlight. You're the man who makes the magic happen without revealing any of your tricks. Which takes us to number 4. You strive to be invisible. You don't seek or want recognition or praise for your performance, you just want to be left alone to do your job in peace and amaze the masses in silence. This is perhaps the most misunderstood characteristic about the Sigma male archetype. It's often perceived as arrogance or, being too cool for school, but the truth is you just don't care about validation from society. It's also often confused with Omegas, who forsake society because they believe they can't fit in. Number 5. Self-sufficiency. You are a go-getter of the first class. Sigmas often move out of their parents' home at a very young age, or at least they want to. You earn your own money, pay your bills, and you're competent in basic life skills, like cooking and cleaning. The idea of living off the grid is extremely appealing to you. You'd love to live in a house that runs on solar energy, growing your own food and away from all distractions, so you can reach your maximum potential as a human being. Those posts which say you get $1 million to live on this desolate island with your second ad for a year? If you feel like this is the dream, yeah, you're probably a Sigma male. Number 6. Adaptability. Life just cannot break you, and that's a fact. It doesn't matter what happens, it doesn't matter how hard the going gets, and it doesn't matter how many times you fall. You will always find a way back up and adapt. Sigma males are the best natural survivors out of all the male personality archetypes. It's very common for Sigmas to make a bold career shift or move to a foreign country and thrive in their new place quickly and easily. This, however, can sometimes actually be a character flaw because you will survive no matter what. You can sometimes walk away from good opportunities too soon. For example, if a Sigma male owns a company that's not performing too well, his thought process might be something like, even if my company fails, it doesn't matter. I can still probably be a CEO to that other company, and I'd be making more than enough money. Number 7. You fit well with social hierarchies without being dependent on them. So far, you might have painted a picture of all Sigma males being loners who always take an abandoned path to a cabin in the woods, but that's not always true. You can have a normal job and spend time with family and friends, but the key thing is that you don't depend on any of this in any way. You're probably liked and respected by members of work, but make no mistakes, if you grow tired of it, you will walk away. You never make yourself involved in a way that would make walking away problematic, and you usually have backup plans in case you need to leave. This is one of the most fascinating traits of Sigma males, because even though they acquire a demanding role within social hierarchies, they're just as good on their own. Number 8. Self-priority. Even though you can fit well into society and can be sensitive and sympathetic, you always put your goals and happiness over everyone and everything else. Altruism is among the least likely virtues you'd find in a Sigma male, and you're not afraid to admit that. You'd say something like, I'd love to make my parents proud, but I gotta put myself first. Number 9. This is kind of a cheat point. All of the points are sort of your thoughts and tendencies and how you can determine yourself whether you're a Sigma male. Number 9 is whether other people think you're a Sigma male. If they do, they will often see you as mysterious, arrogant, confident, successful, ruthless, and insensitive, even if you aren't any of those things. This is because of everything we've explained from 1 to 8. People who don't understand you on a deeper level will often make these wrong assumptions about you, and because you're self-sufficient and probably successful, they will think you're confident, and because you self-prioritize and forsake companionship for the sake of your goals, they might think you're ruthless or insensitive. Bear in mind that I'm not saying you are not. In fact, any of these things you might or might not be, being a Sigma is completely irrelevant to being arrogant, ruthless, or insensitive. I'm just saying that these are the easy assumptions people can and often do make of you. Number 10 is perhaps the only weakness Sigma males have, and it's you don't have a pack. Whether you admit it or not, there is safety and strength in numbers. Alphas invest a lot of time and effort into their social circles, and they reap the benefits of that investment in a number of people that would have their back. Sigmas, they rarely make that investment. They often direct their time and effort on themselves to grow their knowledge and skills. This is why, when Sigma males fall, it leaves scars, not scratches. Having people to take care of you and help you if you're sick or in any kind of trouble can sometimes be life-changing. The way to overcome this is simple. Put all the time you want into yourself and your career, but also make sure to put at least some time in forming strong bonds and genuine connections, at least with a few people. Remember, the lone wolf dies and the pack survives.